You came here to be informed, and I will inform you. You know Joe Biden. Old guy, sweet as a nut. Well, when he was being elected, he said, we will punish pariah nations. We're not going to take all this crap from Saudi Arabia no more. Well, guess what's happening now? President Biden, who is a candidate, vowed to make Saudi Arabia a pariah in response to the assassination of a prominent dissident, has decided to travel to Riyadh to rebuild relations with the oil-rich kingdom at a time when he's seeking to lower gas prices at home and isolate Russia abroad. When I make someone a pariah, I don't go to their house and try and do business deals with them. In addition, President Biden has signed an order authorising the military to once again deploy hundreds of special operations forces inside Somalia, largely reversing the decision by President Donald J. Trump to withdraw nearly all 700 ground troops who had been stationed there. The move stands in contrast to his decision last year to pull American forces from Afghanistan, saying it was time to end the forever war. Sometimes I wonder what the value of these promises is if you do the exact opposite of what's promised. Tell you what we're going to do, we're going to punish Saudi Arabia. How? We're going to go there and beg them to do us a deal on oil. Okay. And another promise is that there's not going to be no forever wars. How? We're going to send some troops to Somalia. Whoa, you understand politics a lot better than me, because for me that sounds like hypocrisy and lies. So how do we know that bloody alt-right conspiracy theorist media haven't all just made this stuff up about lovely old cuddly old Joe Biden? He probably never even made those pledges.
Mr. Vice President, the CIA has concluded that the leader of Saudi Arabia directed the murder of U.S.-based journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The State Department also says the Saudi government is responsible for executing nonviolent offenders and for torture. President Trump has not punished senior Saudi leaders. Would you?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Okay. So what did you mean? No.
And I said it at the time. Khashoggi was, in fact, murdered and dismembered.
Barefaced audacity of someone that would make these pledges while campaigning and then once in office capitulate into the bland rhetoric, deception and obvious profiteering and manipulation that we've come to associate with the office of presidency.
And I would make it very clear, we were not going to, in fact, sell more weapons to them.
This just in, the US State Department has approved Washington's latest raft of proposed weapons sales to the Middle East with Saudi Arabia.
Make them pay the price and make them, in fact, the pariah that they are.
Now I can see why people were so jazzed up and enthusiastic about Joe Biden becoming president. They believed the things that he said.
There's very little social redeeming value in the present government in Saudi Arabia.
But there is a lot of oil, so that's why I'm popping over there to get us a deal on that oil.
And I would also, as pointed out, I would end the subsidies that we have, end the sale of material to the Saudis, who they're going in and murdering children and they're murdering innocent people.
Have you noticed that pre and post presidency there is this astonishing degree of authenticity? Before people are presidents, it's disgusting what Saudi Arabia are doing. They should be punished. We're going to take them to task. And then often after they're a president, we've got to behave with more dignity, more integrity. It's just that bit when they're actually president that you can't trust them or rely on them at all. So in order to punish Vladimir Putin for his war crimes and his assault on freedom and democracy, Biden will be courting a tyrannical war criminal whose country has no freedom or democracy. I've been watching what happens when people are coming up to becoming a president or leader of whatever country, and then what happens when they are the leader. Here's something I've noticed as a trend. They don't do fuck all worth doing. They don't represent the will of ordinary people. They represent corporate interests and a globalist agenda. In truth, when you look at its overall behaviour on the world stage, the US is far more murderous and tyrannical than either Russia or Saudi Arabia. Pretending that Biden is lowering the United States beneath its values by visiting Saudi Arabia is highly flattering to the US, if anything. It's the other way round. So there we are. Not only are we being confronted with the idea that Biden made campaign pledges that he simply has not fulfilled, not only hasn't fulfilled, but has inverted. Not only are we confronted, particularly those of us that have previously believed in liberal, democratic parties, centrist, leftist, sellout parties, that, well, look, how is this better than Trump? How? Tell me how.